members of the school band are buying pots of tulips and pots of daffodils to sell at their fundraiser. They plan to buy 120 pots of flowers. The ratio would be the number of tulips over the number of daffodils. And so that would be 2 over 3. How many pots of each type of flower should they buy? So first, let's talk about like this ratio here. We could represent it as 2x and 3x because we don't know how many tulips and how many daffodil pots they're going to buy. Okay? So then we could go ahead and say, okay, well, we know they're going to plan to buy 120. So we can say 2x plus 3x is 120. Okay? So I can combine my like terms, divide, and x is 24. So that means I need to plug in 24 to each one of these to figure out how many tulips and how many daffodils. So the top represented tulips, and the bottom or the denominator represented daffodils. So 2 times 24, so 48, and then 3 times 24 would be 72. So tulips, they should buy 48, and for daffodils, they should buy 72. Okay, for the next section, extended ratios. It is a comparison of 3 or more quantities. Extended ratios are written as A, B to C. Okay, so the ratio of the measures of the angles in a triangle are 4, 7, 9. Find the measure of the angles. So this seems pretty appropriate because we know a triangle has 3 sides, it has 3 angles, so therefore there would be 3 measurements. And we also know that in a triangle, this equals 180 degrees. So I would say this is 4x, 7x, and 9x. And that would be 180. If I combine like terms, we get 20. And then we divide, and we get 9. But it says that we have to find the measure of each angle. So now I need to plug the 9 into each one of these expressions that represent the angle measures. Oops. And we get 36, 63, and 81. So the idea is that if you were to add these 3 together, you should get back to 180 degrees to know that you are correct. In part B, same idea, but this one it says you're going to find the measure of the largest angle. So if you were going to do that, we're going to look at that 11 here at the end. So let's go ahead and set up the same way. We have 11x, 2x, and 5x. And because we're dealing with a triangle, this is 180 degrees. And so if I combine like terms, I get 18x equals 180, and divide by 18, x is 10. And because I have to just do the largest angle, I'm going to plug into the 11x. So 110 degrees is the largest angle in that triangle. For letter C, the ratio of the measures of the sides of a triangle is 2, 8, 9. So that's an important word because that's different than up here. Here we dealt with the angles. Here we're dealing with the sides. If the perimeter of the triangle is 76 inches, find the length of each side. So I would say 2x, 8x, and 9x equals the perimeter 76. Combine my like terms and get 19x equals 76. If I divide both sides by 19, we get 4. Because I have to find the length of each side, I want to plug 4 into all 3 terms. So I would have 8, 32, and 36. But all of these would have inches because they are sides, a measurement. And then lastly, for this example, the lengths of the sides of a triangle, so there we are again, sides, of the extended ratio is 3, 5, 6. The perimeter of the triangle is 98. What is the length of the longest side? So we're still going to set it up the same way. 3x, 5x, and 6x equals 98. Combine like terms, we get 14x equals 98. And divide, we get 7. But now we're looking for the longest side. So that has to be the 6. So 6 times 7 is 42. So the longest side is 42 inches long.